You get me right? Yeah, you got me right there. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Sweetie here again. To all those who are new, hi, my name is Sweetie. Welcome to my channel. All this while I have been saying short stories or the stories that inspired me or the stories that actually happened in my own life. And for a quick change, I thought, why wouldn't I share small tips that happened in my life? Same way, okay, something that I experienced in my life and found it very, helpful and productive, so that it will be helpful for you also. So make sure to watch the video fully. Clickbait. So you'd have seen in the thumbnail already and as well as in the title below that I'm going to talk about the 7 and 10 whys. This 7 and 10 whys came up to me because of the phase that I am in right now, okay, the teenage phase that we all live. Because one of the most common thing in our time, in this period of our life, is asking whys. We tend to ask why so many times that it becomes a common word used in our dictionary at this period of time. And with that, we can kind of put all these period of our time together as the why era or the why phrase. And if you ask me why I have to phrase this whole period as a why era, because why not? We keep asking this question why every now and then. For example, let me tell you this. When your mom or your dad tells you some work, you suddenly, the first question that comes in your mind is, why should I do it? Second thing, when your sibling tells you to do something, or like you are supposed to do your daily activities or daily course or something like that, what's the first thing that comes, or what's the first thing that you say them is, why can't you do it? Why me? So yeah, with all these examples, you all can understand that we do ask why so many times, and this why keeps on popping in our head every now and then. You may also question me saying that why can't you phrase our childhood or the adulthood in that particular why era? But no, we can't. Why? Because, of course, why? Why? Because, see, I told you ask why so much times and you're asking here again. Reality. So when we are a kid or when we are a child in our childhood days, we don't tend to ask the question why, because we are in the phase of creating an impression and we love getting appreciations at that time. So when your mom or dad or when your school teacher gives you any work or tells you to do a stuff, you immediately do it to create this good impression of a good girl and good boy. And not just that, we don't stop there. Like every kids do it, and I have a fair share in that. We finish that particular work more than the speed that we normally do, come running back to our parents, and then we stand there with shining eyes to get the appreciation of, good girl, nalla ponnu, nalla paiyan, nalla vela paathirukka. So just to get all these things, we do it. So we don't tend to ask a question like why, we just go do it. And of course the workload back then was like very little what a kid can do, and that's what they gave. In the same case, when you ask me about the adulthood, no, you don't ask the question why, because we are responsible for not asking the question why. We all may think that adult life is easy at some point of time, but no. Every phrase has its own difficulties, and being a teenager, you can look forward to it, okay? So being an adult, imagine yourself in this situation, okay? You are working in a company and you have an higher official, which is obvious. And this higher official is giving you a task which is not at all in your agenda to complete. But still at that moment, imagine yourself asking why to him. If I imagine myself in that situation, I can also imagine 3 zeros from my salary flying away. So that's the reality of adulthood and childhood. So to sum it all up, I have divided this video into 2 sections. That's like the first section and the second section. In the first section, I'm going to brief about the 10 whys. The second section, I'm going to talk about the 7 whys. So the 10 whys case is when you talk about things that are not necessarily needed in your life, okay? So for example, take a water bottle, okay? In the case of water bottle, you want to buy a water bottle, and it's not like you don't have even a single water bottle in your house. Of course, every house has at least 5 to 6 water bottles in your house, but still you want it. So I'll give you a small example. Take out a piece of paper. I know that's huge to be called a piece of paper, but still take a piece of paper or a page of paper and start writing the serial number from 1 to 10 as you were taught in school. After writing those 10 numbers, start reasoning why you need a water bottle. Okay, this activity is, I'm telling you, when things are not necessarily important, okay? Because in the case of water bottle, you may also have another water bottle that you're currently in use of, but still you need a water bottle just for needing a water bottle, okay? So start writing out the reasons that you want. Some may complete like almost 10, some may complete till 7 reasons, some may complete till 5, or some may also complete 3, some may not even find a reason for it. So in this case, you have to set your own scale. After writing down all these 10 reasons, or like how many reasons you have written, that's no issue here. After that, the step 2 that you have to do is create your own scale, okay? So I have set my scale as, if I am able to find out 3 reasons, okay, that means I don't necessarily need it, okay? I don't even need it for a long time also, because I already have one. So with that, I will stop the thoughts of water bottle. So in case if I get 5 reasons, that means, okay, I do need a water bottle, but maybe not now. I can take my time to get a new water bottle. So in case if I go with like 7 or 8, that is when I know that I definitely need a one. And that is when I knew that I have to run to the market to get me a water bottle. So that's how I put my scale, and it can vary for people. Like you can do your own scale in that way. So that's a 2-step process in your 10 whys. So now coming to the second section of the video, and that is the 7 whys. So now you can see the number of the why getting reduced, okay? So from 10 we have come to 7. And right now it is the prioritizing task that you have to do this. For this thing, if I tell you to sit physically, that is well and good. Like physically taking paper, writing them down, figuring out your answers, that is like very good and appreciated. Sometimes it is quite, very fast thing that you have to make up your mind quickly. So at that time you can ask it inside your brain. So for this 7 why, let me give you an example. Think that, okay, let's keep ourselves as ambitious person, okay? And you want to be successful in your future. Like who doesn't want to be successful, right? So we want to be successful. Start with that. Start your heading as, I need to be successful. Go with your first why and you get your first reason. Why do I have to be successful? And with that, you'll get your first reason. Now ask a why for your first reason. You may get any reason, right? So for that first reason, ask a why. You'll get a second reason. Now ask your third why for your second reason. Simultaneously go on with all these things. When you ask your 7th why, you will get your 8th reason. And that 8th reason is the actual sole purpose why you are going behind being successful. You get me right? Yeah, you got me right there. So in this way, it is not just like when we say out like I want to be successful, it may look ambitious, or like you may look like a visionary, like seeing far-fetched things, but the truth is you actually have an underlying motive or reason behind, and this 7 why becomes very useful when you do it systematically. And to be truthful, yes, I did it, and yes, I did it for myself, and I did get a reason which was quite shocking, because I kept this reason as something that is like my daily basis. But all of a sudden when I figured out that this is the actual reason why I want to go to that level, it kind of made me quite, goal oriented. Okay, so this is like one of my precious reason to go towards my goal. And it kind of gave me a motivation to like move forward to the next step and the next step. So yeah, those are the 7 whys and 10 whys, and I hope it's useful for you. And please do check it out, like try it in yourself. You may figure out something that you have been hiding inside for you for a long time. Figuring out what's actually inside. Like, we humans have so many things, and basically in this phase of our life, being teenager, we have so many things within us, within our brains, within our heart, and jotting it down on paper and figuring out all these things could be very interesting. And that too, this period when you are in your home, locked inside it, you don't have any other, going out stuff. So at that particular moment, you can do this, figure out like what is the sole purpose or sole reason within you. And it sometimes surprises you and sometimes motivates you like to run for it, to create a passion and a very good willpower. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you found it useful, and as usual, please click that small like button down there and do comment if you actually tried this out and tell me how useful it was for you. So I will all see you in the next video of any tips or stories related to what I come with. So yeah, this is Sweetie signing off. Make sure to like, share and subscribe, and I'm waiting for your comments also. Bye bye.